If you are over 60, there is something you need to hear tonight before you close your eyes. Many people in this stage of life believe that sleep is the safest, most peaceful part of their day. But for countless seniors, the hours between dusk and dawn can hold a hidden danger. Strokes can strike in the quiet of the night, without the slightest warning. No chest pain, no dizziness, no slurred words to alert you. You go to bed feeling perfectly fine, and by morning, something has changed forever. What I am about to share is not meant to frighten you, but to open your eyes to a truth most people never learn until it is too late. There are 9 common sleeping positions and nighttime habits that can quietly increase your risk of stroke, brain bleeds, or dangerous spikes in blood pressure. They seem harmless, even comforting, yet they can slowly work against your brain's most basic needs: steady blood flow, healthy oxygen levels, and pressure balance. This is about more than comfort. It is about preserving your independence, your memory, and your ability to live fully. Once you understand these risks, you can make small, powerful changes tonight that may protect your brain for years to come. The choice, as always, rests in your hands, and it begins with awareness. If you are over 60, there is a simple habit you might have carried for decades without ever questioning it. You lie flat on your back at night, arms resting by your side, head level with your heart, no pillow beneath you. It feels natural, maybe even comforting. Some say it helps their back, but as the years pass, your blood vessels lose their youthful flexibility. Lying completely flat forces the veins in your neck and brain to work against gravity, slowing the drainage of blood. During the quiet hours before dawn, when blood pressure naturally rises, this slow-moving blood can pool and form a clot. That is exactly what happened to Leonard Whitaker, 77 years old, a strong, independent man who had kept this habit since his Navy days. One morning his wife found him unable to speak, his right arm limp. The stroke had changed him forever. Yet this could have been prevented with something as simple as elevating his head by 30 degrees and using a pillow that supports the neck without pushing the chin forward. In medicine, this is not about comfort. It is about keeping blood moving freely to the most vital organ you have. Another habit feels even more cozy to some: sleeping face down. Perhaps you enjoy the weight of the mattress against your chest, or believe it eases your back. But when you turn your neck sharply to breathe, you squeeze the very arteries that feed the back of your brain. This position also presses on the carotid arteries, slowing the flow of blood out of your head and creating pockets where it can stagnate. In older bodies, where circulation is already slower and oxygen levels dip more easily, this is a silent trap. That is what happened to Ethel Lawson, 82 years old, who woke one morning unable to move her left side. A clot had cut off blood to her cerebellum, the part of the brain that controls balance and coordination. She had no idea her sleeping position could do such harm. The safer choice is simple: sleep on your left side, head slightly elevated, so your blood and oxygen can reach every corner of your brain without obstruction. Small changes like these are not just about sleeping well, they are about waking up whole. There is a quiet habit many people have carried from childhood into old age. A habit that feels safe, warm, and comforting. Pulling the blanket over the head at night may seem harmless, but for the aging body, it can quietly turn into a serious risk. When you cover your head under heavy bedding, you limit the fresh air reaching your lungs. Oxygen levels begin to drop, while carbon dioxide, the waste your body is trying to expel, builds up around your nose and mouth. In younger years, your body could adapt quickly, but after 40, 50, or 80 years of life, the brain does not recover from oxygen drops as easily. I once knew an 81-year-old man named Richard Hale. All his life, he enjoyed the dark, cocoon-like feeling of sleeping under a thick quilt, especially during cold winters. One morning, his wife found him slow to respond, barely able to open his eyes. At the hospital, doctors discovered he had suffered a stroke during the night. The cause was not heart disease or blocked arteries from cholesterol, but oxygen deprivation from hours of rebreathing stale air under the covers. The science is simple but sobering. During deep sleep, your brain needs a steady supply of oxygen to repair and restore itself. When that supply is reduced, your heart works harder, blood pressure fluctuates, and in already narrowed or fragile vessels, blood can thicken and form clots. The result can be life-changing in the space of a single night. If you have this habit, you can change it today. Instead of covering your head, keep the air around you fresh and warm your body with breathable, lightweight bedding. Use a sleep mask to block light, earplugs for sound, and keep your room comfortably heated. These small adjustments protect your brain, your independence, and your tomorrow. Because what feels safe is not always what keeps you safe. And the way you sleep tonight can shape the life you wake up to in the morning. Let me paint a picture for you. Imagine ending your day in that familiar recliner. The cushions remember your shape. The soft blanket rests across your lap. The television hums quietly in the background. You tell yourself it is more comfortable than the bed, especially after surgery or on nights when lying flat feels impossible. But as the hours pass, gravity is working against you. In this semi-upright position, blood is gently but persistently pulled away from your brain, pooling in your legs. Over time, that slower circulation becomes a silent trap, giving clots the perfect opportunity to form. This is what happened to Barbara Keene, 79, a retired florist from Kentucky. After hip surgery, she promised herself the recliner was just a temporary solution. 5 years later, it had become her bed. One morning, her daughter found her still in the chair, confused and unable to move her left hand. The diagnosis was a lacunar stroke, a tiny clot lodged deep in her brain. No heart disease, no major warning signs, just years of sleeping in a position that weakened her body's natural ability to regulate blood pressure and encourage dangerous blood pooling in her lower body was designed to rest flat, with blood and oxygen flowing evenly to every organ, especially the brain. When you sleep upright for hours, the baroflex, the system that helps balance blood pressure, struggles to work. In older adults, where circulation is already slower and vessels are less elastic, this imbalance can become life-changing in a single night. If lying completely flat is uncomfortable, there's a safer way. Use an adjustable bed or a firm wedge that elevates your torso without compressing your lower body. Keep your legs relaxed and free, allowing blood to return to the heart and brain easily. Small changes like this protect more than comfort. They protect your speech, your memory, and your independence. Because sleep should restore you, not quietly steal from you while you rest your limbs. Imagine this. You settle into bed the way you always have, lying on your right side, your arm tucked comfortably under your pillow. It feels safe, familiar, maybe the same way you have slept for decades. But while you rest, something far less comforting may be happening inside your body. That gentle weight of your head and pillow can press directly on the carotid artery in your neck and the subclavian artery near your shoulder. These are vital highways carrying blood to and from your brain. When they are compressed for hours, blood flow slows, pools, and can thicken into a clot. The danger is silent. You feel nothing. But in the early morning, when your blood pressure naturally rises, that clot can break loose and block a vessel in your brain within seconds. I once treated a man named Ellis Randall, 75 years old, a proud veteran who believed he was still as strong as the day he left the service. Every night he slept exactly the same way, right side down, arm under the pillow. One morning, his wife found him unable to move his left leg, his words tangled and slow. The scan showed a clot in the middle cerebral artery. He had no major heart problems, no diabetes, no smoking history. The cause was hidden in plain sight. Years of chronic pressure on the vessels that fed his brain. This is not just about arteries. Sleeping with your arm pinned also compresses the brachial plexus, a bundle of nerves that runs from your neck down your arm. When those nerves are squeezed night after night, circulation and nerve signals both suffer. Recovery in later years is slower, and the damage, once done, is often permanent. The solution is simple, yet powerful. Shift to your left side. Keep your arms forward or resting alongside your body, never underneath it. Use a pillow that supports your neck without pushing your chin down. These small adjustments protect the flow of blood and oxygen to your brain. They protect your ability to speak, to walk, to remember the faces you love. In the quiet hours of the night, Your position can be the difference between waking up ready for a new day and waking up to a life forever changed. Imagine lying in bed, thinking you are resting, yet your brain is quietly fighting for stability all night long. For many older adults, frequent tossing and turning is not just a sign of discomfort or age. It can be a silent warning that your brain is under stress. Each time you roll over sharply, shift your head, or adjust your neck, blood flow to and from the brain can momentarily drop. In a young body, this might pass unnoticed. But after 40, and especially into our 70s, with arteries that are stiffer and vessels more fragile, these tiny interruptions in circulation can add up to something far more dangerous. I think of Nancy Delgado, a 76-year-old retired piano teacher who took pride in her precision and grace. For months, she woke feeling tired, despite 7 hours in bed. Her husband noticed she shifted from side to side every 10 or 15 minutes. They thought it was simply part of getting older, until one night, she woke with her right hand numb and her words tangled. Doctors found she had suffered a small stroke, the result of unstable blood flow during restless sleep. Poor quality sleep does more than make you tired. It keeps blood pressure from settling into a healthy nighttime rhythm, raises stress hormones, and disrupts the brain's natural cleaning system that clears away toxins. Over time, these disruptions become the perfect environment for clots to form. The danger is that you may never feel it happening until the damage is done. If you or someone you love often wakes in the night or moves constantly in bed, treat it as a signal, not a quirk. Keep the room cool and dark. Avoid caffeine or alcohol in the evening. Drink water before bed to maintain circulation. Use a supportive body pillow to keep joints aligned and prevent sudden jerks. And speak with your doctor about a sleep study to uncover hidden issues. Small changes like these protect more than your rest. They protect your ability to think clearly, to move confidently, and to greet each morning as fully yourself. Let me tell you something many people only realize when it is too late. For those living with high blood pressure, heart rhythm problems, or any condition that relies on daily medication, one missed dose before bed is not just a small slip. It can become the turning point of your life. At night, your body follows a natural rhythm. Blood pressure should dip gently, allowing your heart and brain to rest. But without your evening medication, that balance can shatter. In the quiet hours between 2 and 6 in the morning, blood pressure may surge, the heart may beat irregularly, and thickened blood can find its way into a narrowed vessel. That is how a clot forms silently while you sleep. Harold Green, a 72-year-old retired electrician, lived carefully. He walked daily, ate well, and never smoked. But one night, distracted by a game on television, he forgot his pill. By morning, his words were trapped in his mind, unable to reach his lips. The doctors found a clot that had formed overnight when his unprotected blood pressure rose unchecked. He survived, but life was never quite the same. The truth is simple and sobering. Consistency saves lives. Your medication is more than a routine. It is a shield, guarding your brain while you sleep. Keep it close, set reminders, and never let convenience decide for you. In these years of life, every small act of care builds a wall between you and the dangers you can't imagine. A quiet winter night. The room is crisp, the air cool against your skin, and you pull the blanket closer thinking this is the perfect setting for deep, refreshing sleep. But for the aging body, that chill in the air can quietly turn from comfort to risk. As we grow older, our blood vessels lose flexibility, and in the cold, they naturally constrict. This narrowing is most dangerous in the neck, where two critical highways, the carotid and vertebral arteries, deliver oxygen-rich blood to the brain. Now picture your head resting on a pillow that fails to support your neck properly, perhaps letting it bend forward or twist slightly through the night. Cold-induced tightening combined with poor neck alignment means reduced blood flow, hour after hour, when your brain is most vulnerable. I once met a retired nurse named Loretta Dixon, 78 years old, sharp-minded and full of energy. She had always loved sleeping with her bedroom window cracked open, even in the snow. Her neck naturally curled toward her chest on a flat pillow, a position she thought was harmless. One morning, her son found her struggling to speak and unable to sit up. Doctors discovered a brainstem stroke, caused not by clogged arteries or missed medication, but by years of subtle cold exposure and neck compression working silently together. This is not just about temperature or comfort. Cold air makes vessels tighten. Poor neck support misaligns those vessels. Together, they reduce oxygen to the brain at a time of night when blood pressure naturally rises. The fix is simple but vital. Keep your room cool but not cold, ideally between 65 and 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Use a medium firm pillow that supports your neck in a straight, natural line. Never let your head tilt too far forward or to the side, and avoid tucking your chin into your chest. These small changes may seem minor, but they protect the lifeline between your heart and your brain. In the quiet hours of the night, your body depends on that flow to keep you alive, alert, and truly rested for the day ahead. Imagine this. It is late in the evening. The house is warm and quiet. You finish a hearty dinner, maybe a holiday feast with turkey, mashed potatoes, gravy, and pie. You pour yourself a glass of wine or bourbon, settle into your favorite chair, and feel the comfortable heaviness in your body. Within minutes, drowsiness comes, and you decide to head straight to bed. It feels peaceful, safe, and familiar. But inside your body, something very different is happening. When you eat a large meal, especially one rich in fat, salt, or sugar, your body sends more blood to your digestive system to process it. That means less blood and oxygen are reaching your brain for hours. Add alcohol, and the effect becomes even more dangerous. Alcohol first relaxes and widens your blood vessels, making you feel warm and sleepy. But as it wears off during the night, those same vessels constrict suddenly. Your blood pressure swings sharply, and your heart works harder to stabilize itself. In someone over 60, with arteries already less flexible and blood that is naturally thicker, this creates the perfect storm for a clot to form while you sleep. I have seen what this can do. Gerald Thompson, 74, was strong, disciplined, and healthy. His simple joy was a good dinner, a drink, and an early bedtime. One winter night, after a holiday meal and a glass of bourbon, he went to sleep feeling content. By morning, he had suffered a massive stroke. He survived, but the stroke took his ability to speak, and his life was never the same. This is not about giving up the pleasures of food or drink. It is about timing and respect for how your body changes with age. Give your brain the blood flow it needs. Wait 2 to 3 hours after eating or drinking before lying down. Choose lighter evening meals. If you enjoy alcohol, have it earlier in the day and in moderation. Drink water with your dinner. These are small changes, but they can protect your speech, your memory, and your independence. Sleep is not just the end of your day. It is the moment your brain repairs and renews itself. Protect that time. Protect your tomorrow. When we look closely at these 9 seemingly harmless habits, we see a common thread running through them. Each one, in its own quiet way, restricts blood flow, allows it to pool, and increases the chance of clot formation. And in an aging body where vessels have lost some of their elasticity and oxygen delivery is slower, that combination can be dangerous. But here's the truth that should give you hope. Most strokes that happen during sleep can be prevented. The power to protect yourself is in the choices you make every single night. The adjustments are not complicated. Slightly elevate your head so gravity works with you, not against you. Rest on your left side to help circulation to both your heart and brain. Avoid sleeping face down, pulling a heavy blanket over your head, or spending the night in a recliner. Take your prescribed medications without fail. Support your neck properly and keep your bedroom comfortably cool. Give your body time to digest before bed, staying away from heavy meals and alcohol in those last hours of the day. Drink enough water and choose bedding that lets your skin breathe. These are not just comfort tips. They are acts of protection, small but powerful decisions that guard your independence, preserve your memory, and keep your life in your own hands. Sleep is not simply the absence of waking. It is the time when your brain restores blood flow, clears away waste, and prepares you for another day. Treat it with the care it deserves. Tonight, as you settle in, ask yourself, am I giving my brain the best chance to heal and stay strong? Because when you guard your sleep, You guard everything that makes you who you are.